The angels are speaking, not in thunder, not in wind, but through the stillness that led you to this very moment. In just 33 minutes, they whisper, your path will change forever. Their message isn't meant to alarm you. It's meant to awaken something deep inside you, the quiet, ancient part of you that knows divine timing is never wrong. You didn't find this message by accident. The universe guided you here because your energy and destiny have aligned for a turning point that begins now. You feel the energy in the air around you. It's alive, vibrating, pulsing, like the air before a storm, heavy with something unseen but inevitable. The number 33 glows softly in your mind, almost as if the heavens engraved it into your consciousness. It's not just a number, it's a code, a frequency of awakening. It represents divine alignment, balance between the material and spiritual, and the bridge between what was and what is about to be. Archangel Michael's presence begins to form, a soft, golden blue radiance surrounding you. His energy isn't far away. It's near, wrapping around you like warmth in winter. His voice enters your thoughts, calm but commanding. Take a breath. Do not rush. This message reached you because your soul called for it. What happens next depends on your readiness, not your luck. You obey instinctively. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. With that one breath, your awareness expands. You feel yourself sinking into calm. The noise around you fades, and something inside you, something sacred, begins to stir. The angelic frequency rises around you like invisible light waves. You can almost hear the sound of energy adjusting, realigning. You have been walking a road of waiting, Michael continues. You felt stuck, uncertain, as though the world forgot your name. But heaven did not forget. The moment you doubted most was when the shift began preparing itself. In 33 minutes, the path you have been searching for will make itself known. Those words ripple through you. You don't know whether to cry, smile, or simply breathe. Something inside you, maybe faith, maybe intuition, recognizes the truth. This isn't metaphorical. It's real, though invisible. The universe moves first in energy before it manifests in form. And right now, the movement has already started. Michael says, close your eyes for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm's your connection to divine timing. Heaven's clock doesn't tick in hours. It beats in sync with your heart. When you are calm, you match its rhythm. When you rush, you fall out of alignment. You obey again. You listen. Thump, thump, thump. Your heart beats steadily, quietly. With each beat, you imagine a ripple of light moving outward, connecting you to something greater. The angel's voice continues. The angels are already realigning your destiny. Old paths are closing because they no longer lead where your soul intends to go. Blocks are dissolving. People who once felt distant are being drawn closer again. Messages you were meant to receive are finding their way to you. Everything that once felt delayed was waiting for this vibration. A strange calm takes over you. You realize that you're not powerless. You've never been. You've simply been waiting for the right frequency, and now it's here. Archangel Michael's light intensifies for a moment, shining through the veil of your thoughts. You can almost see him, his sword glowing like a mirror made of fire, reflecting every truth you've tried to ignore. In the next 33 minutes, he says, you will notice signs, subtle or strong. Do not dismiss them. They may come as a sudden thought, an idea, a sound, or an unexpected call. The divine will use any language necessary to reach you. What matters is not how the message arrives, but that your heart is ready to hear it. His presence shifts closer. You can sense his wings, vast, powerful, spreading wide enough to cover you in protection. You are being moved, not punished. What feels uncertain is divine redirection. This is the moment the fog lifts. This is the hour when what was hidden becomes seen. You inhale again. The air feels lighter this time, as if filled with subtle energy. When you exhale, something within you lets go. Fear, hesitation, perhaps doubt. Michael instructs softly. Say quietly, I am open to divine change. You whisper the words, and as you do, a spark ignites in your chest. Not heat, but expansion. The energy moves through you like a current of light, filling every cell, every thought, every wound. Say it again, he urges. I am open to divine change. You repeat it, louder this time, with conviction. It feels as if heaven just recorded your words, sealed them into the vibration of your soul. Something irreversible just began. Michael continues. Do you see how quickly light answers? You realize he's right. Even without evidence, you already feel different, lighter, more awake, as though you've remembered something ancient about yourself. This change is not random, he says. It was written before you were born. The moment your soul said yes to this life, this moment was placed on your path. Every hardship prepared your energy for this shift. Every delay was divine calibration. He pauses, allowing the truth to settle in your chest. The air vibrates softly around you. You can feel energy rising, almost like music that only the heart can hear. You are not being asked to understand, Michael adds. You are being asked to trust. You nod. The word trust feels heavy but necessary. You think of all the times you tried to control the outcome, and how exhausting it was. You finally realize you don't have to anymore. The energy knows the way. The angel continues. Your path is splitting into two. One is the old road, full of fear, comfort, repetition. The other is light, unfamiliar, vast, but true. You cannot walk both. The choice will come quietly, but it will come within these 33 minutes. You will know it by the peace it brings. You ask silently, what if I choose wrong? His voice is immediate, compassionate. You cannot. The act of asking this question means your soul already chose light. Tears sting your eyes. Not from sadness, from recognition. You remember who you are. You've been through storms, disappointments, heartbreaks, and yet something within you never died. That part of you was angelic resilience, your spark of the divine. Michael speaks again. Now breathe with me. With each breath, align your heartbeat with the light flowing through you. Imagine golden energy spiraling upward from your chest. This is your connection to divine timing. You breathe in, and your surroundings seem to shimmer. The boundaries between the physical and spiritual blur. You feel suspended between worlds, still human, but closer to heaven than ever. Michael's tone shifts slightly, no longer instructional, but empowering. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are becoming one. Every thought of love, every act of trust, every moment you choose peace instead of fear, that is divine creation in motion. That is the miracle itself. You realize in that moment how powerful you truly are. You don't need to chase signs. You are a sign. You don't need to beg for change. You are the change. The angels are not outside of you. They're within you, awakening through your faith. As the minutes pass, your perception deepens. You can feel your energy synchronizing with the rhythm of something far larger than yourself. The phrase 33 minutes no longer feels like a warning. It feels like a promise. A countdown not to fear, but to transformation. Michael's last words before the silence return. The shift has already begun. The light is moving through your life, rearranging everything to match your true purpose. Trust the unfolding. Do not rush. You are exactly where you are meant to be. What's coming is already on its way. You open your eyes. The air glows faintly. Your breath steady. The clock ticks, but you no longer feel pressed for time. You feel aligned with it. Somewhere within those ticking seconds, heaven is working. The countdown continues. The transformation is underway. And you, calm, centered, awake, are ready. The air feels charged now, not heavy, but alive. Each second carries intention, Each breath feels guided. You can sense something building, though you can't name it. It's as if your entire life has been leading up to this invisible intersection, one where faith and timing meet. Archangel Michael's energy remains close, steady, wrapping around you like invisible armor made of light. Stay present, his voice says. Do not look backward. Do not rush forward. Transformation happens only here, in the center of now. You nod silently. It's strange. The room around you hasn't changed, yet it feels completely different. The air has a pulse. The shadows seem softer. Even the silence feels intelligent, aware. You close your eyes again and feel the energy moving through your spine, up and down in slow waves, as if something divine is adjusting your frequency, one layer at a time. Michael continues. The angels are realigning your path. Threads that were once tangled are being rewoven. Every event, every meeting, every coincidence that seemed meaningless is now being pulled into purpose. You may not see how yet, but you will, sooner than you think. You can feel truth in those words. All the confusion you've carried suddenly feels lighter, as if someone lifted the weight off your shoulders. You don't need to know how. You just need to stay open. That realization itself feels like a door unlocking. The angelic voice returns. Repeat these words after me. I am open to divine change. You whisper them softly. I am open to divine change. Michael's energy flares brighter, as if your words gave him strength. Again, he says, say it with your heart. You repeat, I am open to divine change. This time, the statement doesn't just leave your lips, it leaves your energy field. You feel it ripple outward, as though the entire room, the entire universe, heard you. You sense movement in the unseen, like invisible mechanisms shifting into place. The divine is responding. Michael's tone deepens, resonant and powerful. When you declare your openness, heaven hears permission. We cannot interfere with your will. You must invite us. And you just did. Now the light begins its work. A tingling sensation travels through your arms, your chest, your head. You realize this is not imagination. Your vibration is actually rising. The body is an antenna, and you've just tuned into a higher frequency. What you feel now, Michael explains, is the recalibration of your timeline. What was delayed begins to move. What was blocked begins to clear. Every thought you choose from this point forward will either strengthen or weaken this new path. Choose thoughts of faith. They are building material for miracles. You listen in silence, letting his words imprint themselves deep within you. A subtle warmth radiates from your solar plexus, a confirmation that something greater than understanding is taking place. He continues, you must remember, energy responds faster than form. You won't see everything at once, but signs will begin appearing. The number 33 will show itself as confirmation. It might appear on a clock, a receipt, a signpost. When you see it, know that we are near, and the process is unfolding. You smile faintly, a wave of peace flowing through you. The idea that heaven uses something as simple as numbers to communicate suddenly feels intimate, loving, proof that even the infinite reaches for the human heart in ways it can understand. Michael speaks again, softer this time, like a teacher who knows his student is beginning to grasp the lesson. You are stepping into a new vibration, one where fear cannot survive. But understand this, the old will resist. Doubt will whisper, memories will rise. Do not fight them, simply observe. Let them pass like clouds. The light is strong enough to handle every shadow. You take another deep breath. His words feel like truth you already knew, but had forgotten. The shadows inside you don't frighten you anymore. They are simply unhealed fragments waiting for light. And that light is already here. In this moment, Michael continues, you are being tested in the gentlest way. Will you trust what you cannot yet see? Will you believe in a process that doesn't fit logic but speaks to your soul? Every great change begins with surrender. The universe cannot pour into a clenched hand. It needs openness. Breathe, relax, and allow. You breathe exactly as instructed. With every inhale, your chest expands. With every exhale, you release tension. It feels like invisible hands are lifting layers off you. Layers of worry, self-doubt, guilt. For the first time in a long time, you feel spacious inside. Then Michael's tone shifts again, becoming more direct. Your timeline is not delayed, it's divine. The human mind measures time in hours, but the soul measures readiness. What you think is waiting is actually preparation. Heaven doesn't rush what it's building to last. His words echo like a bell. You think of all the times you felt behind, all the moments you said, I should be further by now. And now those words crumble. You realize there is no behind, there is only becoming. In 33 minutes, Michael continues, you will notice a subtle shift in how you feel. It may begin as peace or inspiration, or simply the sense that something invisible has moved. When that moment comes, don't question it, celebrate it. It will be the first visible sign of the new path taking shape. You can feel his energy expanding again. Waves of calm spreading outward through the air. You imagine the angel standing before you, his wings unfolding wider than the horizon, glowing with both fire and compassion. His sword gleams with light that doesn't burn. It cleanses. You are not being asked to do anything extraordinary, he says. You are being asked to remember your divinity. You are made of the same energy that creates stars. You are never small. You simply forgot your magnitude. The words ignite something inside you, a pulse of strength, of remembrance. You think of all the times you felt powerless, all the times you doubted yourself, and suddenly you see them differently. Each was a training ground for this moment of awakening. Every hardship was shaping resilience, every heartbreak expanding compassion, every pause preparing alignment. Michael's tone becomes softer, almost like a lullaby. The angels have been working in silence. They are moving people, opportunities, ideas into your orbit. You won't need to chase them. They are finding you. When they arrive, you will know, because peace will accompany them. You close your eyes again and let his words flow through you like a melody. The energy in the room hums, a resonance that isn't sound, but vibration. It feels like standing in sunlight that seeps through skin straight into the soul. You are being rewritten, Michael says gently. Every cell, every thought, every layer of your being is learning to carry more light. Don't worry if you feel emotional or tired. That's simply your body adjusting to the higher frequency. Drink water, rest, breathe, and know this is progress. You know it. You felt tired for days, restless for weeks, but now it makes sense. This isn't exhaustion, it's transformation. He continues, the next time fear appears, do not resist it. Say quietly, I trust where I'm being guided. That sentence is a bridge. It moves you instantly from doubt to faith. The universe recognizes it as a command and responds immediately. You whisper it aloud, I trust where I'm being guided. The energy around you flares bright and settles into calm. You realize that simple trust changes everything, not just what you feel, but what you attract. Michael finishes this part of his message with grace. The shift is already happening. Do not chase the change, embody it. What is meant for you will find you faster than you can imagine. Your only task is to remain in peace. In that stillness, you are most magnetic to miracles. You open your eyes again, breathing deeply. The air is lighter, the silence sweeter. You glance at the clock to 33 minutes still ticking down, but you no longer feel pressure. You feel alignment. The countdown isn't rushing toward you. It's unfolding through you. The angelic presence lingers like soft light in the air. You can sense that something is closer than ever. And as you sit in this glowing calm, one truth becomes clear. You are not waiting for the shift. You are the shift. The energy around you begins to thrum with a deeper resonance, calm yet powerful, as though the universe itself is inhaling alongside you. Each breath you take feels significant now, each moment layered with meaning. You realize that something sacred is unfolding, not as a distant event, but as an internal transformation. A countdown continues, yet you no longer feel like a bystander waiting for time to pass. You are part of the mechanism itself, the turning of the cosmic clock, the synchronization of soul and destiny. Archangel Michael's voice enters once more, steady and warm. You are now entering the third phase of this realignment, he says. You've opened, you've trusted, and now you are aligning. His words sink into your consciousness like light into water. You can feel them, not just hear them. The alignment he speaks of is not an abstract idea. It's tangible. The air around you feels organized, intelligent, structured in a way it wasn't before. You sense order replacing chaos, direction replacing drift. It's as though invisible architects are reconstructing your path right beneath your feet. In this phase, Michael continues, the energy begins to rearrange itself around your choice. What you believe, you build. What you expect, you attract. You no longer create by force, you create by frequency. You take a slow breath, realizing the truth in his statement. You remember times when you chased outcomes, desperate for control, forcing life to move. Now, the approach feels entirely different. You're not pushing, you're allowing. There's no anxiety in this new energy, only assurance. It's like floating rather than swimming, movement without struggle. Michael's presence expands again, the golden blue light intensifying until it feels as though your entire being is illuminated from within. The path before you is beginning to glow, he says. For so long, you could not see what lay ahead because fear was covering the trail. Now, your faith is the light that reveals the way. He pauses, allowing you to absorb that. Then he adds, every step you take from this moment on will either strengthen that light or dim it. Choose faith over fear, even when your mind doesn't understand. The mind demands evidence. The heart recognizes truth. Those words strike deep. You realize that faith was never about pretending everything is fine. It was about trusting that even in the unseen, things are moving for your good. You whisper to yourself, I trust, and the moment you do, the air feels different, lighter, clearer, filled with quiet confidence. The angel's voice softens. Your journey from this point is no longer about effort, but embodiment. Don't just believe in light, become it. Don't just wait for change, embody it. The divine does not work through waiting. It works through willingness. You can feel it now, this willingness he speaks of. It hums through your chest, a steady, living rhythm. You don't need to visualize or manifest or control. You just need to allow. The divine intelligence that created stars and oceans is already organizing your life. Then Michael says something that makes you pause. There are two paths before you, and both lead to the same destination. But one is chosen through fear, and one through faith. Fear's path is full of control, every step calculated, every decision heavy. Faith's path flows. It feels lighter, simpler, guided. You will know which one you're walking by the way peace settles in your spirit. You take a moment to reflect on that. Peace, not excitement, not certainty, is the real sign of divine alignment. It's the quiet confirmation that you're walking where you're meant to. That realization alone shifts something inside you. You understand that the guidance you've been asking for, I sent you a shout from the sky. It's the stillness inside your own heart. Michael's tone grows softer, almost compassionate. Do you see now? He asks. You've never been lost. You are simply learning to listen. The fog you walked through wasn't punishment. It was preparation. It taught you how to walk by intuition instead of sight. You smile faintly, tears welling in your eyes. There's relief in those words, a sense of redemption. Every confusion, every heartbreak, every delay, none of it was meaningless. It was sacred groundwork. The angel's light pulses again, synchronizing with your heartbeat. This, he says, is the sound of alignment, your heart beating in rhythm with divine timing. Can you feel it? You nod, though your throat tightens with emotion. It's not an illusion. There's a palpable connection, like music without sound. Your chest tingles with warmth, and you feel profoundly safe, as though the universe itself has wrapped you in a blanket of calm assurance. You've crossed the midpoint, Michael continues. You are no longer waiting for the blessing to come. The blessing is already moving through you. The next phase is recognition, noticing how the external world begins to reflect the internal change. You take those words to heart. Recognition. It's not about chasing proof. It's about seeing the evidence that was always there. It's about paying attention to synchronicities, to feelings, to whispers that feel like intuition, but are really guidance. Michael adds, when the shift completes, you'll notice people responding differently to your presence. Some will be drawn to your calm. Others will fade away because their vibration no longer matches yours. Do not mourn the ones who leave. They are being guided elsewhere, just as you are. That insight pierces gently, like truth wrapped in love. You realize how often you've tried to hold on to people, situations, and patterns that were never meant to follow you into your next chapter. Letting go now doesn't feel like loss. It feels like making space for alignment. Say this aloud, Michael instructs. I release what no longer aligns with my light. You whisper the words. I release what no longer aligns with my light. The air vibrates, and the energy shifts instantly. It's as though invisible cords are dissolving, freeing you from invisible weights. Good, he says gently. Now, imagine those spaces being filled with golden light. What leaves you creates room for what's meant for you. Nature hates a vacuum. Heaven fills every opening you allow. You picture it, and the imagery feels real. The spaces around you glow brighter, as if everything you've released is transforming into potential. You can sense your reality reshaping itself, subtle but powerful, like an unseen tide turning in your favor. Then the angel-less voice grows firmer again. Do not underestimate the power of this alignment. In these minutes, the new path is locking into place. You may not see the form yet, but it's already written in energy. The physical will follow soon. It always does. He pauses for a long moment, letting the silence speak for itself. The only sound you hear is your breath, calm, steady, strong. Michael continues. When the moment comes, when you feel the subtle wave of change, the inner knowing that something has shifted, stop and acknowledge it. Do not rush past it. Say quietly, I see it, I receive it, I trust it. That acknowledgement anchors the miracle into reality. You repeat the words in your mind, memorizing them. They feel like keys, sacred passwords that unlock the unseen. The angel finishes this part of the message with quiet conviction. You've reached the third hour. The countdown continues, but you are no longer measuring time. You are measuring readiness. What is unfolding for you now will not miss its mark. The divine never arrives late. It arrives precisely when your faith matches its frequency. You open your eyes, and the light in the room feels different again, thicker, more radiant, almost liquid. You realize you're surrounded by grace, not as an idea, but as an atmosphere. The energy of alignment isn't coming to you. It's emanating from you. And somewhere deep inside, you understand. The shift you've been waiting for isn't approaching. It's already here. The light around you changes again. Not brighter, but deeper. It's no longer something surrounding you. It's something within you, flowing from the center of your being outward. You can feel it in every heartbeat, in every breath, in the quiet certainty that something sacred has already happened. The countdown continues, yet it feels irrelevant now. The numbers are only symbols. The real transformation is beyond time. You realize, with startling clarity, that you are standing in the moment your soul has been preparing for all along. Archangel Michael's energy fills the space, vast and luminous. His presence feels both cosmic and intimate, like the sun bowing low to whisper to a single flame. The alignment is complete, he says softly. The energy shift has anchored. What you have been waiting for is no longer approaching. It is unfolding within you right now. You can feel truth vibrating in those words. It isn't a distant promise. It's a living reality humming through every cell of your body. Your awareness expands until you sense threads of golden light stretching out from you, connecting to people, places, memories, and futures. Every thread vibrates with a single message. Everything is connected. Michael's voice continues, calm but powerful. You are standing at the doorway of your next chapter. For so long, you prayed for change. But change was never waiting outside your door. It was waiting for permission inside your heart. Now, because you said yes, the door has opened. A soft wind seems to move through the room, not from outside, but from within the light itself. It brushes your skin, almost as if unseen wings are passing close by. Your eyes sting with emotion, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming recognition that this is real. Heaven isn't a faraway realm. It's right here, coexisting with you, breathing with you, moving with you. Do you feel it? Michael asks. This is the peace that comes when your soul and your path finally meet. You nod slowly. There's no need for words. Peace doesn't shout. It simply is. He continues. Now that the shift has anchored, your task is no longer waiting. It is maintaining alignment. The energy you've received tonight is not fragile, but it must be tended, nourished through gratitude, through trust, through daily remembrance. You listen carefully as he explains, gratitude stabilizes light. Every thank you speak strengthens the frequency. Trust amplifies it. Fear weakens it. If you begin to doubt, simply breathe and say, I remember the light within me. That will recalibrate your energy instantly. You repeat the phrase quietly, I remember the light within me. And as you say it, something remarkable happens. Your chest feels warmer, your spine straighter, your breathing deeper. You feel whole, integrated. For the first time, the idea of divinity doesn't feel distant or abstract. It feels personal, natural, like remembering your own name. Michael smiles, his voice filled with gentle strength. You see, you were never separate from heaven. You were simply tuned to a lower frequency where the connection felt faint. Now, you've remembered how to listen. You've remembered who you are. The words move through you like waves of light. Tears spill silently down your face, but there's no sadness in them. They feel like a cleansing, a baptism of realization. Everything you once begged for, everything you thought you needed to prove, has dissolved into one truth. You were always enough. The angel continues. From this point forward, your life will begin to reflect what has shifted inside you. Synchronicities will multiply. Opportunities will appear. Conversations will flow effortlessly. But remember, these are not rewards. They are reflections. They mirror your vibration. Stay aligned, and life will mirror grace. You let those words soak in, understanding now that miracles are not random. They are natural outcomes of harmony. The more you align, the more reality rearranges itself around your peace. Michael raises his sword, no longer as a weapon, but as a beacon. The blade glows with a pure golden light, humming softly like a living star. This light, he says, is already within you. You no longer need me to carry it for you. I have only reminded you of what was always there. A pause follows, a silence so profound it feels like the entire universe is holding its breath. Then the angel speaks again, his voice soft as dawn. Now share this light. It is not meant to be contained. Speak kindness, offer hope, forgive quickly. Bless freely. Each act of light you share multiplies exponentially, touching hearts you may never meet. You close your eyes and imagine it, the energy flowing from your heart into the world, reaching people, places, even strangers you'll never know. You picture your light blending with others, forming a vast network of golden threads stretching across the earth. Michael's voice resonates again. This is how the divine moves, not through spectacle, but through connection. When one heart awakens, countless others feel it. The image brings a smile to your lips. You finally understand that the greatest miracle isn't a single event. It's the continuous chain of awakening that happens when one person chooses to live with light. The countdown is complete, Michael declares. The 33 minutes are not over. They have become eternal. You are now living in divine time. Those words echo through every part of you. The concept of time itself feels softer now, less rigid. You realize that divine time doesn't move linearly. It expands. It breathes. It carries you instead of being carried by you. You will soon begin to notice signs of this new alignment, Michael continues. You may see feathers, numbers, flashes of gold, or sudden moments of profound calm. Each is a reminder. The shift remains. The light is active. The angels are near. You nod, feeling the truth ripple through your body like warm current. Every fiber of your being agrees. You don't need to chase confirmation anymore. You already know. Then his tone grows softer, almost intimate. When doubt returns, and it will, do not shame yourself. Simply pause and remember. Say, I trust where I'm being guided. That is the password to peace. That is how you reopen the door. You whisper it aloud, your voice trembling slightly but strong. I trust where I'm being guided. Immediately, the room seems to glow brighter, not with light, but with clarity. You see your life as a landscape, each path illuminated, each turn glowing faintly. You realize that no road was ever wrong. Every detour was training for direction. Michael's presence begins to fade, though his energy remains woven into the atmosphere. His final words come as a whisper, yet they fill the entire space with power. The countdown has fulfilled its purpose. From this moment, you walk not as one waiting for guidance, but as one guided. Not as one searching for light, but as one who radiates it. You are no longer in preparation. You are in purpose. You close your eyes again, letting the silence return. You can still feel the golden frequency moving through you, steady, unending. You realize that every heartbeat is now a prayer, every breath an affirmation of trust. And as the final seconds of the celestial countdown fade into nothingness, something beautiful happens. You stop waiting for miracles and begin living as one. A calm certainty fills you, like sunrise spreading through your veins. You understand at last what the angels meant when they said your path would change forever. It already has. You whisper softly, "Thank you." In response, a subtle breeze moves through the room, gentle, warm, unmistakably divine. It carries a final message, not in words, but in feeling. You are seen. You are loved. You are ready. The clock strikes 0. The world feels the same, yet entirely new. The light within you is alive, awake, and endless. And you know, beyond any doubt, the shift has become you.